One day, I came across the diary of my friend Akihiko, who had come from the countryside. Akihiko has a friendly personality, and it all started when he approached me at the entrance ceremony for a university when I happened to be sitting right in front of him. Sometimes he looks blank or unfocused, staring off into the distance. It was when I went to stay at Akihiko's house to hang out with him. He received an urgent call from his part-time job asking him to come out for 3 hours or so. So I said, "I don't mind if you go. I'll spend 3 hours just vibing here." A few minutes after, he hurriedly left, and that was when I saw a notebook on a small table and remembered that I had an assignment to do. So I picked up the notebook that Akihiko was probably using for class and flipped through it. As expected of his meticulous personality, the contents were all neatly organized and easy to read. Huh? I noticed that among the notebooks, there was a notebook labeled Diary. I laughed at him for being so serious about keeping a diary at his age, but I was still curious about the contents. It was an invasion of privacy to peek at the contents of a cell phone, but I decided to take a look at it just to get a feel for it. Year XX, X month, X day. Entered XX University. I made a friend named Yutaka. Oh, it's me. That was my name written on the date, which was around the time of the first day of college. I felt a little guilty when I learned about the other person's inner life like this. I was curious to know what the old Akihiko was like, so I decided to go back in time a little. Here's what it said. I leave my hometown tomorrow. I'm anxious about my new life, but I'm also looking forward to it. I hope I can make friends. This may be a diary entry from the day before leaving the countryside, I thought. It seems that Akihiko was as anxious as anyone else. I went back a little further. September 4th, year XX. I had that dream again today. I've had enough of this. It's in the past. Please, go away. I paused for a moment to think, then sat back down and concentrate on reading his diary. It seemed that Akihiko was having the same dream at this time, but I could see from his writing that he was frustrated. August 24th, year XX. Ugh, disgusting. Don't keep coming back to my dream over and over again. Go see Buddha already. I guess what he meant by the phrase go see Buddha, maybe he knew someone who had passed away. I thought that Akihiko was being haunted in his dreams by that acquaintance. I was curious about who had died, so I flipped through the notebook and looked for dates that might mention this dream in someone's death. 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. All of them were written about the dream, but it seemed as if the person in this dream had died about 10 years ago, but it still appears in his dream even now he is a college student. A decade ago, huh? I must have been in the upper grades of elementary school. I started from the front of the diary and opened it. I'm sure that this deceased person is mentioned somewhere. I skimmed through the pages, looking for words, death, pass away, and died. I traced the string of letters with my fingertips, mumbling, dead, 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 as I searched for the specific word. Then, I found an entry from the 5th grade that mentions the death of Akihiko's friend, Fukuo-kun. February 2nd, year XX. I went to play with Fukuo-kun in the mountains behind our house. We got into a fight, and when I pushed him away, he fell into a pond. I couldn't reach him, and when I came to, he was gone. I read it aloud to myself and felt my face become a little tense and felt silent. Since Fukuo-kun disappeared, The school has been noisy. The police came and asked me a lot of questions, but I told them I didn't know anything. I wonder if Fukuo-kun is dead. As far as I read this, it seemed like Akihiko did not tell anyone that he had dropped Fukuo-kun in the pond. On May 16th, year XX, Fukuo-kun appeared in my dream. His body was green and he smelled bad. June 1st, year XX, Fukuo-kun appeared in my dream again. His face was so messed up and I was scared. He was saying something, but I couldn't hear him. July 11th, year XX, I'm sorry, Fukuo-kun. Please don't come back in my dream. August 9th, year XX, I'm sorry, Fukuo-kun. Please forgive me. From there, Akihiko's apologies to Fukuo-kun continued for a while. In the diary, of course, other daily things were written. It contains happy events such as athletic games, school trips, family outings, etc. But in between these events, there is a lot of Fukuo-kun in the diary. However, in between the entries, there are references to Fukuo in handwriting that looks as if it has been run over by worms, and with a great deal of pressure on paper that makes it clear effort has been put into the writing. It seemed that every time Akihiko had a dream about Fukuo, he recorded in his diary in this way. When I skipped forward a few pages to the time when Akihiko was in junior high school, I found that there was also something about Fukuo, so I stopped turning the pages. On November 4th, year XX, the remains were found in that pond. Everyone was making a fuss about it, but I was scared. But Fukuo-kun was treated as an accidental death. I was distressed when I heard from my parents that his dad and mom were happy that his remains had been found. Akihiko still seemed to be suffering from a sense of guilt instead. January 24th, year XX. Fukuo-kun, don't come into my dreams anymore. I can't hear what you're saying. March 5th, year XX. I'm sorry. May 19th, year XX. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. May 28th, year XX. Fukuo-kun's head is broken off. Everything's rotten. His eyes have fallen out. He grabbed my leg. He's gonna kill me. June 6th, year XX. I was killed by Fukuo-kun for the first time. He blinded me and tightened my neck. He shoved mud and insects into my mouth. It was a dream, but it was painful. June 13th, year XX. I was killed by Fukuo-kun again today. He hit me again and again with a stone. It was so painful, even if it was just a dream. It hurts. June 17th, year XX. Fukuo-kun, whose eyes and tongue had turned to mush, was laughing. He said it was funny when he blinded me. He bit me and looked like a zombie. I felt a little sick and took a breath. In Akihiko's junior high school diary, Fukuo appeared frequently. On average, he appeared in his dreams 3 times a month. Sometime, he would dream of being killed up to 6 times. In each dream, Akihiko was killed violently by Fukuo, but the manner in which he did it was becoming more and more terrible by the day. I would flip through the pages as if skipping over them, but occasionally I would see something like, I was killed again today. Then the pages started to describe Akihiko's high school days. April 21st, year XX. I killed him today, so I win. Yesterday I was killed, but somehow I won. It was fun to break his arms and legs like a caterpillar. What? I let out a dumb murmur. Akihiko's personality, or rather, his tone of voice in the sentence had become rough. Moreover, I was scared because he wrote that he killed Fukuo in his dream. May 2nd, year XX. I lost again today. It's no fair that I'm still alive even though I'm gutted. Please don't bother eating me. May 18th, year XX. I lost. I threw up in the morning because I was more grotesque than usual today. May 22nd, year XX. I won. I cracked open his head and something came out. It was disgusting. June 9th, year XX. I made a mistake and broke my finger, but it turned out to be real, not a dream. August 22nd, year XX. Oh, it hurts. My head hurts. It hurts when I hit it. Fukuo just won't let me go. There was blood on the page and I got chills. At that time, Akihiko was nothing but pure craziness. I wonder if Fukuo has appeared in his dreams too many times. It changed Akihiko's true nature. It seemed that they are already killing each other in their dreams. It was a very unimaginable string of letters from the current Akihiko. He is a person more polished to write such gore like this. I read through the diary and found something interesting in last year's entry. December 29th, year XX. I wonder what Fukuo's purpose is. Does he come out because he's lonely? Does he keep killing me because I killed him? Maybe if I take someone to that pond, he won't appear in my dreams anymore. I'll get someone else for you to play with instead of me. February 17th, year XX. I took Toru to that pond. I prayed to the pond where Fukuo sank. This guy is your new friend now. Do with him as you please. May 26th, XX. Toru attempted suicide. Fukuo didn't appear in my dream for about 3 months, but today he appeared in my dream. If I take more friends to that pond, maybe... June 4th, year XX. I took Keiichi to the pond. Fukuo, here's your new friend. October 6th, year XX. I've waited quite a bit of time. Fukuo, wait till I give you your next friend. January 23rd, year XX. I didn't expect Junpei to die in the accident. I mean, did Fukuo do it? April 2nd, year XX. What should I do about college? Fukuo could be troublesome if I have to make friends who can come all the way to my hometown. May 22nd, year XX. I think he's good. A new friend named Yutaka. If I invite him, he might come to my hometown. We should get to know each other better. July 8th, year XX. I told Fukuo about Yutaka and he was happy. He killed me 3 times today, but I think it's going to be good. October 18th, year XX. I think I've gotten to know Yutaka pretty well. I'm going to invite him next summer or so. Fukuo is looking forward to it. At this point, I was panicking. In Akihiko's diary after entering university, my name popped out everywhere, describing my attitude and trust towards him. Akihiko is trying to take me to the pond so I could be a playmate for Fukuo. I don't know what happened to Toru, Keiichi, and Junpei, who appeared in the diary now. No, only Junpei is specified as an accidental death, but the worst thing was that I don't know anything about the others except that they met an unfortunate fate. I wonder what would happen if Akihiko took me to the pond where Fukuo died. Would I dream about Fukuo like he does? And would Fukuo kill me in my dreams over and over? Or would I die in an accident like Junpei in his diary? Just imagining Fukuo in the text made my blood run cold. This could be nothing more than a fiction. Just as I was about to continue reading a little further, I heard a rattling sound at the front door. It seemed that Akihiko had returned home. That means I had been engulfed in this diary for nearly 3 hours. I quickly put the diary back in its original position and pretend that I am lying down looking at my phone. Then I said to Akihiko, who came into the room, "Oh, welcome back," with a casual expression on my face. Akihiko seemed to be looking around the room, but he immediately said, "Sorry I suddenly got a gig to fill. Here's a souvenir," and put a bag containing some beef bowls on the table. At that moment, my gaze obviously moved to the pile of notebooks, but I said, "Ooh, a beef bowl, thanks." And with a soaring performance, I took the beef bowl out of the bag. Anyway, I was in a panicked state that I had to be moving any part of my body to get my mind at ease. But as I was eating my beef bowl, Akihiko suddenly looked at his phone and said, "Hey Yutaka, why don't you come to my hometown for the winter vacation? I know an interesting place." Needless to say, I stopped eating right then and there. What was written in Akihiko's diary must have been a serious prank to scare the bejesus out of me. Thinking so, I replied vaguely, "Yeah, I'll think about it."